Did you know you're actually really bad at telling time? Now, it's not that you can't read a clock, because you can probably do that pretty easily. It's just numbers on a screen. But it's more about how if you were trapped in a cave with no light for days on end, you wouldn't know how much time had passed. You would probably be wrong if you guessed, which is exactly what happened to this guy I watched a little clip about. He did an experiment where he locked himself with a tent in a underground, kind of like a tunnel cave, underground cave. That's what it's called. And after doing this, he tracked like he couldn't, no clocks, had to go just kind of by what he thought and mark down how many days he thought had passed. And his goal was to do, I think it was 60. And he went down there, hung out, was chilling, having a good time. Not really, because he's probably going crazy, because our minds also don't do well with just having nothing to do and not seeing sunlight and being alone. It's really bad for us. But he would call up and be like, hey, maybe I need some more food. Just kind of, they'd track him, right? And then what happened is they came down and they were like, hey, you're done. And he's like, no, I'm not. I'm only on day 30. And they're like, no, we're on day 60. You're done. And so it just goes to show how off we are when it comes to tracking time. And even though we've created ways to devise and track how time operates, it's still just such like a finicky thing inside or even our own brains. Like the notions of future, past, and now are just these weird fragments that we don't totally understand. And our brains don't totally get it. We have this linear view of how the world kind of moves forward in time and the universe, but it's just much different than we'd otherwise believe. So it's just interesting how we've devised all these tools to help us track and manage time, like calendars and clocks, obviously. But without those, we'd kind of just be aimlessly existing, not really knowing how much time had passed, unless we were very diligently tracking it like we have been for, I don't know, at least we've probably been tracking it for somewhere around 10,000 years. But without that, we would just be so maybe free. I mean, we might have trapped ourselves with our own tools. We might have constricted ourselves to tasks and budgets and timelines because of the invention of time. Imagine if no one would have figured out a clock or a calendar. Would the modern world even be possible?